for speed. Speed.
Ah, boy. I'm holding up green eyes. Green meets blue. You have green eyes?
We have speed.
You have blue eyes.
Blue.
What color would those two eyes be if they got together?
Oh, God. Like this. Are you ready?
All right, are we ready? I don't have to tell you this. He's extraordinary. And in the world, according to Garp, you are absolutely wonderful, and I think a tremendous surprise, Robin Williams.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously, everybody's been talking to you about that all day. Your background was in dramatic training at Juilliard, but the world knows you because of that insane off-the-wall comedy. Was it important for you finally to be given the challenge of a dramatic role?
Yeah, it was very important. It was good to get back to something I had learned 6 years ago and had kind of put me away for a while. That I use, in doing comedy. I have used characters and, preparation and stuff like that, but this was very much going back to the old days, back to when I was with Hausman and Chris Reeves and people like that at school. It was really good. It felt wonderful too, because it felt like I can still do it. It's like taking him going, look, I can juggle again. It was a wonderful feeling.
Was it risky? Because the audience that you have established so adores you for that comedy. And lots of times when people find their niche and they're so successful with it, they think they better stick with it. So in a way, it's a risk, isn't it?
Oh, it's a gamble. It's worth taking, though. I mean, probably the next film I do will probably be even stranger. The Paul Williams story. It's always bizarre. Whenever you do a new film, it's always taking a chance. Every film you do is you spend. At least these two they've involved lots of physical training. 6 months for Popeye this was about 3 months of weightlifting and stuff, and working out with these 16-year-old kids wrestling with you, just tying you up in knots. But it was worth it. And then you shoot for 3 months, and Popeye was 6 months. And every time you do it, it's basically putting yourself out there as something different. I'm trying to do that. I mean, I always want to keep doing something a touch different, to never get locked into one particular thing.
I've heard people say often of you that your mind is so fast and so quick, and you're charging ahead of all of the rest of us. So, are you aware of that? Do you feel like you sort of leave the rest of us in the dust and we're frustrating at times?
No, frustrating follow me, what's wrong, can't you keep up? No, I'm just enjoying having such fun that sometimes sometimes my mind is going quicker even than my own lips, because I'm going, damn it! Like the lips are going, I can deal with it, just slow down a minute. But I'm just playing, when things are going fast, it's not because of any desire to be getting ahead of anybody. It's just that I'm having so much fun, and the stuff's coming out at such a rate, just playing. When it really works, it's wonderful. When you're performing live, the stuff really is kicking in. It's like Zen, because all of a sudden you'll be going, oops, it's like, ooh, just like that was Zen. But you kick into really high gear. Something happens where you get really calm, and it's like being the center of the cyclone. It's this wonderful thing. You'll be going, and things will be going a mile a minute. You'll be improvising, playing, like doing all sorts of things, different voices, characters coming in and out. And all of a sudden something will kick inside, and it'll be like this little voice going, you're there now. Welcome to part 2. Relax, this is it. And then all of a sudden you get real calm. It's like you're sitting back watching and playing. It's wonderful.
Calm is an interesting word, because what you do frequently seems to have such a frenzy to it.
But behind that is me. There's a wonderful feeling, because you're going out there and everything seems to be coming out and fitting in. It's behind that madness. There's like a little guy sitting right out here in the frontal lobe. If you have one glass of wine, he slides over to here. But there's some little being that sits in there just who's making everything kind of, okay, segue into this, okay, a little more of that, and throwing this in and out, juggling all these things. And it seems madness, but it seems it's all being organized in this kind of, I don't mean to cop a quote from a very famous man. Mozart said that it's coming from another source. All of a sudden, you kick out of the way and something else takes over.
When that takes over, is performing easy for you, or are you very nervous?
Oh, I'm terrified. Every time before I go on stage, it's like your body says, everybody out, 2 exits, no waiting. Dear Lord, make my cheeks of ice. You walk on stage going, thank you, good evening. It's incredible. Yeah, I'm terribly nervous. I get this thing where even when I'm doing films or when performing live or doing television, even before doing this interview, I get this kind of, my body goes through like a catharsis. You get like this incredible thing which just wants to get rid of excess baggage, and I just start taking in more air. I start going, I yawn, and people say, you okay, a little sleepy? It's just the body getting like, oh. Then when you're on, then it goes away in about, hopefully if you're doing well, it goes away in about 10 seconds. It goes, then your body relaxes and you start moving and playing.
Are you, when you're not performing, are you an emotional person?
No.
Do you cry easily? Are your emotions on the
Damn it,
surface?
yes I do. Don't ask me that. No, not on the surface. I'm a weird combination of my mother and my father. My mother's a very wonderfully volatile, very outgoing. My father's a very reserved, very elegant man. And I think sometimes I can be like my father, my father will sit there and go, yes. My mother will be going, but what? I love you in blue, I love you in red, but most of all, I love you in blue. She's like that, and Dad's going, Lori, please. But I'm like that. I can be very, very quiet. Most of the time, when I'm not performing, and among just friends and people, and the feeling no need to perform, get like real, just sit there, it's feel.
What about friends? It's very easy to have lots of friends when you become very successful. There's lots of hangers-on.
No, but the real friends, at a certain point, especially when the series was canceled for a while and you go through things, or when Popeye didn't do well, I saw certain people kind of move away, like, well, been nice talking to you, it's been wonderful. Oh, excuse me, people doing. But then the friends, the real good friends, the people who are there with you, they've been there before and they'll be there after. And we have a support system. I mean, like Brother Reeves, Chris is a real good friend. We were there, he saved me in Juilliard, and we went through times together, and afterward we'll always be hanging tight. Not just because he's famous or whatever, but he's tight, and he's a good man. He's like I'm an only child, so I have like a group of friends that are like my adopted big brothers.
I understand some of your friends are animals. Oh. Apparently you're quite an animal lover.
I thought it's like, come on now, they're just because I haven't shaved. They're like, yeah, I have so many bizarre animals. It's like I have parrots, a parrot, and I have a ranch now in Napa, California, a mule, horses.
Why do you love animals?
I think because at certain points my dog especially is the most healing beast in the world. He's the most gentle dog. If I'm feeling real down, that dog could come up and just look at you and go, come here, kick the caca, come here. He'll just look at you and go, hey, how you doing? A long time ago, and as he scratches you, go like, yeah, ain't life a bitch? He's just the mellowest dog in the world, and if he yowls, I mean, like the dog comes up, he's, Ram, and he's over there marking off territory, going, over there. And you go, that's over there, Ram, come on, how can you be? Yeah, what's show business? Look at this. I'm telling you, man, and he'll just look at me. The dog, I've actually seen that dog smile at me and go like, look at me, come here, look at me. He licked me one day. I was feeling real down. The dog just came up and went, come here. I'll lick the little tears off. Come here, salt. And he started licking even more. But they all help. I mean, the goats have a wonderful way about them. The mule certainly has a wonderful way of saying, like, you think you're in show business? Get off my back. They mellow you out. The parrot certainly has. The parrot got real bitchy all of a sudden. Don't cop an attitude with me, and started to bite me. But they help. I eventually want to have a family of my own, move up to the next step. I've had all little animals, now let's have one of ours. I want to raise a family. That's my next goal. I mean, I don't really know what projects I'll be doing next. I don't know TV, films, I don't know what's next, but I do want to start. This is the one wonderful thing about this film is I want to have a family of my own.
It's been so nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for letting me put my head in your lap. It was like,
anytime.
Ooh,
anytime.
Bless you. It's like, oh yeah.
Robin Williams,
Thank
he's
you.
starring in The World According to Garp, and he's very special.
Oh, bless you.
Nice to see you.
I feel like going,
We'll be right back.
No, Mom! Oedipus, schmedipus.
back on your lap. Go, thank you.
We need about 30 seconds of cutaways. I have 13 parrots.
Do you?
And lots of other critters. I
What do you
feel
have?
exactly
You
like
have
you.
golden-
They are my sanity.
They do help. My parrot was wonderful.
What kind of parrot?
It was a double yellowhead.
That's what I have a Peppy, my firstborn. Just say anything to me. Tell me about something so I can nod. Tell me
Okay.
about your double yellowhead.
Double yellowhead. He's hung like a bear. Stared Mark.
Hello.
Ooh. Don't be afraid, you'll meet Mr. Happy.
Oh, good.
An evening with Mr. Happy.
Makes New York worth coming to.
Ooh, that phrase, be careful. Oh, this town is happy now. We could talk about, but my parrot's wonderful. She was wonderful at first. She used to crawl on my shoulder and kiss me and do this thing, but then I went away for 3 months, came back and she was like, fuck off.
Oh, need, you asshole!
Bit me right on the ear one time. He used to fly into the bedroom every morning and go, hello, good morning. I was just sitting in the cage going, filthy screws, filthy screws. Oh. God. Well, now we took her back, and Cesar, the man who sold me the parrot, said, you can barbecue them, you know. Did you okay the thing? That's what I did.
But can we limit it, please? You have no idea.